Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I'm working on old Frankenbuggy again. If you don't know about this car, if you haven't been paying attention to the videos, it's a ABA 2.0 out of like a late 90s Volkswagen, and it's powered by a Megasquirt MS3pro Mini. I've done videos on wiring and everything, but I've been having an issue with it running. I got it to idle fine, but once you give it throttle, it acts like it's on a rev limiter, and it just stays at 1100, and you can just see when you press the throttle, the map just shoots up. So I've really been pulling my hair on this one, but I think I finally figured it out, and I want to tell you guys all about it. So initially, when I was getting all the information for this car, basically I was just getting everything I could find, and Megasquirt happens to have this on their website: how to Megasquirt your water-cooled Volkswagen. So I put the settings in the computer per what this thing says, which is ignition configuration, trigger offset 60, rising edge, trigger return, and everything right there. And it worked for idle, but nothing else. So last night I was doing more research, and I'm like, do I need a pull-up resistor on the Hall effect sensor on the cam? Like, what's going on here? And then I came across a forum where they said missing tooth for the crank, which that is the setting for the ignition. So I did more research on that, and in fact this ABA should be running on missing tooth and not trigger return. So I late last night I went back to this original document from Megasquirt, and guess what? I did not read the fine print. I'll show you right now. VW uses ignition systems, water-cooled engines, blah blah blah. Hall effect distributor with 4 teeth used on most 80s era engines. Later Volkswagens used a 62 crank trigger to drive distributor, which means it's a 60 tooth crank trigger, and it's missing 2 teeth. So I'm like, well darn, I didn't read the fine print, and this whole time I've been pulling my teeth and hair. And yeah, so now I'm going to put a new tune in the vehicle with the correct settings, and guess we'll see what happens. If everything works and actually revs up, we'll talk more after that. Get hooked up to this thing right quick. Gotta reboot everything. Open. Send current studio settings. Make sure that is correct still. Yep, wheel. 62. Now I've been getting mixed things on the tooth one angle. I have it set to 78 right now, but I've seen it, and I've seen people say put it at 90, over 100, so we'll see what happens with that. But I guess it's a moment of truth, see if this thing will actually work as it should. Well, not off to a great start. I loaded that new tune in there with the 60 two missing toothed wheel settings, and it ran just like it did, and then as soon as you get on the gas, it still acts like a rev limiter's happening. Messed around with the settings a little bit more once I turned off the camera, and now I'm not getting any RPMs. So that kind of leads me to think that there's something wrong with the sensors now. I just pulled the crank sensor. I'm going to test that. Might just throw a new one in. The old settings that I had on the trigger return, I believe it was only reading off the cam, and that's why it ran. But now that I'm trying to use the crank, yeah. So I'm back to where I was. Now I'm still diagging it, so I'll bring the camera back once I figure something out. Alright guys, it's a new day. Where we left off, my dad was getting a crank sensor. It didn't come in until yesterday, and when I was away from the house, he put it in and basically told me not to even bother with it today, because apparently it didn't work. But today I got back out here and tried to start it. It didn't start with the new crank sensor. Then I just started pulling my hair again, and I went down to the basics. I double checked timing. I messed with the distributor a little bit, pulled it out, cleaned some things, and loaded an old tune on it where it still had the 62 missing tooth trigger on it. But now this is where we're at. Keep it alive, keep it alive. well, it doesn't want to idle. So at least it revs up now. First, I didn't have a resistor in line with the system, and it only revved up to 2500. Then I threw a 10K resistor just in line here. I'm obviously going to clean that up once I get everything figured out. And now it revs as far as you want it to rev. But now I'm going to fix the idle circuit. I figured out that I did not finish wiring up the idle control. The black wire right there is 12 volt power. And I'm wiring this thing up to a 3-wire control, which I think it is. It basically just sees the different voltages and it does different things. I'm going to wire it up 3-wire, and then we'll see if this thing idles. I'll bring you guys back once that's done. Alright guys, I wired up the idle air control like I said I was going to, and if you've ever heard a Honda with the IAC going out, that's exactly what it sounded like. It just dropped down to idle speed and then picked way back up, and it was all over the place. There's still a lot more tuning to get done on this thing, but the biggest headache I've had the last few weeks was it not revving, and I think that's finally figured out. So now we just have to work on it idling. But for right now, we're gonna go for a first test drive, huh?
Yep, pretty exciting.
Well, I'm gonna pick up some wires, and then he's gonna go around the block right quick. All right, guys, I think we're about ready for a test drive. What'd you weld up here? A little more on the steering shaft.
Yeah, the shaft made that a little bit thicker.
Yeah, we don't need that breaking. But he's gonna get in, and then we'll see how this thing drives.
Everything is hot.
Yeah, here in Tucson, Arizona, it's like 110 right now, so everything metal that's been in the sun all day is very toasty. You have to keep it idling. Since he was driven this thing with that shifter, so I think he had to figure it out right quick. But we're moving. think the shifter needs some reworking, but he got it and it's going down the road. So hopefully he'll make it around, and then we'll talk about this whole adventure. Well, what do you think there, Duh?
Well, needs a little work, a little tuning.
Yeah.
Maybe now, especially the brakes. The front brakes are working, the back ones aren't, so we got to go through, bleed the brakes.
What do you think of that shifter?
Yeah, the shifting. That's gonna need some adjustment. But yeah, that's okay. When was the last time I drove this thing? A couple years ago?
That's what I told them.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So,
but the biggest thing is done, and now runs, drives.
now it's just fine tuning.
Fine tuning. That's it.
Ready for the desert.
Well, I mean, it's been a good month trying to figure out this Megasquirt. I'll put everything in a Word document, a Google Docs, on all the settings and wiring that I've done. Hopefully my experience can help someone else with ABA and Megasquirt. But yeah, that's it for today. So remember, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more. And there's gonna be plenty more videos of this thing, Frankenbuggy, and a few more cars right over there. So
stay tuned.
thank you guys.